is going to be the second and third scorers both ways is the biggest question tonight.
Steve McJunkins will throw it out. Dickinson and Jackson Davis matched up for the first time, certainly not for the last. Lamont Simpson, Rob Kuhneman fell out the three-man officiating crew. Indiana basketball to begin. These two longtime rivals start the way that many Indiana games have started of late, with a thunderous entrance from Jackson Davis.
That's not a good start for this Michigan defense, but quite the start for Indiana. Simple up screen, they're ripping Jackson Davis right into the post. No one helping Hunter Dickinson, and it's uncontested to the basket for Jackson Davis.
Michigan starters brought to you by Kay Jewelers, and it's the freshman Doug McDaniel. His first shot at three rattles around and out. Buffkin, Howard, Williams, Dickinson, and McDaniel all in double figures in a 93-72 win Wednesday over Nebraska. Starters brought to you by Kay Jewelers for Indiana as well. That was Hood Schifino missing the shots.
Not an easy situation here for Geronimo. Jackson Davis with the lob. Good defense by Dickinson, but you think about Geronimo, a guy who did not play for 3 games.
Of this team, fellas.
Yeah, Myra, thank you. He's been dealing with some injuries this year. McDaniel high off the window, no, and the rebound to Geronimo. 6'6" junior who's really bouncy from Newark, New Jersey.
That's totally impacted by Trace Jackson Davis. Good drive by McDaniel.
And he feeds Geronimo, who scores around Dickinson. So an early impact by Geronimo as you see the great passing skills of Jackson Davis.
That's where he's so improved. But for Geronimo, a big bucket. Missed those 3 games, only played a minute against Rutgers to find an easy one early, get some confidence and find a rhythm.
Wolverines winners of 3 straight. First time since the opening 3 games of the year in what has been a season of inconsistency. It's the great freshman scorer, Jet Howard, feeds Buffkin. Hits a 3.
I love the fact that Buffkin got away right there. That help defense steps up just a tad, but because Buffkin gets all the way to the corner, he gets himself a quality look.
He has played so well of late, Kobe Buffkin, the sophomore from Grand Rapids.
He gets that in his game. Look out. He's a big-time finisher around the rim, but a more complete player here over the last 2 weeks.
Terrence Williams has the rebound off the miss by Kopp. Williams wraps his way around to the goal and scores. Michigan in transition, where they have finally started to pick up the pace of late.
It looked like Terrence Williams is thinking, who can I give this up to? But no one stops the basketball. He gets around Kopp, and Michigan finds an easy one in the open floor.
Jackson Davis, single coverage with Dickinson, backing him down to the right hand, and that is too easy for Trace Jackson Davis.
That's another thing that he's added, that right hand, more comfortable going to the other side. Early in his career, it was always to the left. But what a luxury for both these bigs, thinking, hey, I might actually get one-on-one coverage today.
There's a 3 for Howard. You give him an inch, he'll take all 3. Chet Howard, second best 3-point shooter by volume in the conference at nearly 3 per game.
He's come back from that ankle injury, and it hasn't fazed him one bit. He's been on fire from 3.
The Hood Schifino air ball, 8-6 Michigan. As McDaniel floats it home, and the Wolverines, who have struggled to get fast break points this year, playing with a great pace early on.
That's 2 baskets now in transition where Indiana just doesn't stop the basketball. McDaniel gets below that foul line, and in transition, he is terrific.
And Buffkin took it away, got fouled by Hood Schifino.
Rough start here today, 0 for 2, turnover right there. It's a guy that Indiana really depends on, leans on heavily with no Xavier Johnson still.
It's a 10-2 Michigan run. Howard against Kopp. 39% 3-point shooter. Hot puts it to Williams.
Boy, a ton of contact there.
Geronimo tried to draw the charge, no call, and Jackson Davis the rebound. The big man, Jackson Davis. Dickinson took it away.
And getting the tech for it and impacting the game. So I love that they're able to express themselves and go out there, bump their chest, slap high fives. That's what it's about. Your brother, your teammate, Juwan Howard, now coaching this team. What's it like to see him out there leading the Wolverines? It's a beautiful thing. Happy birthday to Big Nuke, Juwan Howard, by the way, and his wife, his beautiful wife, Janine. But it's great to see him on the sideline. It's a long time coming. We always joke when we were kids, if any one of us got the coach's job, it would have been Juwan. Well, Jimmy King, thank you for everything you did in the Fab Five as well. Last thing we need is a banner up here representing you guys and everything you did. Back to you, fellas.
Myron, amen to that. Jackson Davis, a great tip-in. By the way, for more Black History storytelling and coverage, please stream the Black History Always collection on ESPN+. A lot of wonderful content there. While Jimmy and Myron were talking, Hunter Dickinson hit a 3. All 5 Michigan starters have now scored, Robbie, and the Wolverines 5 for 9 for the field.
We talked about how it's going to be some of these other guys, and Dickinson, the last starter to score. Big-time action, little two-man game there with Hunter Dickinson. And Jet Howard finding his way to the basket. Michigan's offense has looked so comfortable. Indiana's pressure has not fazed them one bit.
Early 5 points for the coach's kid. Jackson Davis with 6 of Indiana's 8. He's assisted the other 2. Galloway on the floor, spills it out to Hood Schifino. Up top, Jackson Davis finishes through the contact of Dickinson. Points, 1,000 rebounds in a career on Tuesday, and he is now 48 points behind his head coach Mike Woodson for 5th all-time in IU history. We could spend the entire 40 minutes just spilling Trace Jackson Davis factoids onto the screen. Played 38 minutes, 41 seconds in the win over Rutgers Tuesday, went 20-18 and 6 assists. Howard around it out for 3. Jackson Davis, of course, grabs another rebound. He's got 3. 9 points and an assist in 6 minutes.
That's been the norm for him, though. I mean, 5 to 6 games, 38 minutes or more. He's been an Iron Man, and that's a nice job right there by Hood Schifino of following his shot. Missed that floater short, but he stayed in the play and steals a basket there off the offensive glass.
6'6" freshman for Pittsburgh, their second leading scorer, more than 12 per game. Trying to pick the pocket of his fellow freshman McDaniel. Good point guard matchup, the 2 first-year players. Williams into Dickinson. Jackson Davis deflected it. Dickinson strong to the left hand to score.
I love the fact right there that Terrence Williams is flashing into that high post. That allows Hunter Dickinson to roll on Trace Jackson Davis. Nice job by Dickinson corralling that play and getting back to his left hand.
I got Buffkin on Jackson Davis. Now Williams in the switch. Trace Jackson Davis through the double of Dickinson, knocked away. Here is the sophomore Bates. No Race Thompson tonight. Indiana a little bit short-handed. Bates a fadeaway. Rebound McDaniel.
And Bates just has not been the same player away from Assembly Hall. He shot it okay from 3, but his 2-point percentage has really been low. That's going to be putting a lot on Trey Galloway to run this offense and run the
right here on ESPN and the ESPN app. Free throws good for Kobe Buffkin. 82% foul shooter. He's got an early 5 to match Howard and Dickinson. Here's Cott with a whole lot of space, and he missed the 3.
Got a great look. Nice job by Indiana there, breaking that press to score. 3 passes and a wide open shot for Miller Kopp.
As you suspected, Hood Schifino out of the game, and Dickinson very much still in it. On the feed from Cheddar for the slam.
Well, he did his work early, and Trace Jackson Davis a little over-aggressive, overextended, and Dickinson strong enough to hold him off. You see him hanging on rims.
6 in a row for Michigan. Jackson Davis blocked. No. A foul against Dickinson with a late whistle. It's his second.
Left shoulder multiple times. Hunter Dickinson see a lot of ball screens here with Dickinson off the floor.
I would just go ahead and timestamp 12:08 in the first half. Because without Dickinson on the floor, Jackson Davis, who has already eaten every Big Ten team he's faced for lunch, should have an easier time. We'll see if the freshman Reed can handle it. McDaniel at the switch with Jackson Davis. Reed, the freshman, wants it against the other freshman, Renew. Buffkin at the controls. Charges right into Renew. It's a smart play. Beat Rutgers for the first time in 7 games. A week ago, they took down #1 Purdue. Trying to get a road win at a Michigan team, which is just on the fringes of the NCAA tournament picture right now. There's Reed with an offensive rebound off McDaniel's miss.
That's what Terrace Reed can do. He can get on the offensive glass. He's a good defensive player. This isn't necessarily his strength, and Boy, that's an unorthodox play going against Trace Jackson Davis there.
Might have traveled, but it's a missed shot either way. Trey Galloway emerges for Indiana. No Dickinson with 2 fouls, but also significant for Indiana. If you're just joining us, Jalen Hood-Schifino out with 2 fouls, and Race Thompson not available today.
Jordan Geronimo, who we saw start the game. Renew's played really well. That's a dangerous pass.
Not a good one. McDaniel from Cheddar, and McDaniel fouled by Galloway. For this team, keys to McDaniel as Llewellyn has had to watch, and Doug McDaniel has been terrific. Last 11 games, more assists than turnovers in 10, and last game 4 assists, 4 turnovers. So he's handled the ball very well. Renew running over Cheddar. It's a blocking foul.
He's going to have to be the playmaker out there and make things happen. That being said, Joey Baker has played at a level that we have not seen all year. Last 5 games, averaging 9 points a game, shooting the ball at a high clip. He has 8 of his last 13 from 3.
Where will the offense come from for Michigan? Maybe from Reed against Jackson Davis. Backing him down, and Reed gets to the right hand and spins it home.
That's what he's got to do. He's got to keep it simple. Play to your strengths, get to your strong hand, use your body, and it's a nice, strong, solid move from Terrace Reed on the block.
Michigan's bench, which was really devoid of scoring much of the year, has stepped up in this 3-game win streak. Bates, McDaniel rips it away for a tie-up Michigan possession. St. Paul VI Catholic High School. Good shot fake, Baker. Missed it. Reed running hard and jumping into the second row of the Indiana.
No, I would have just plowed the bench, I think, with my bounce or lack thereof. Jackson
Davis against the freshman Reed, and Jackson Davis is fouled. That's the visual on that app as Indiana upset Purdue. He's the first player to score 25 and block 5 shots against a #1 team since Marcus Camby against Kentucky.
I mean, look at who you're naming in these statistics, though. I mean, it's Shaq, it's Duncan, it's Camby. It's ridiculous.
Cheddar into Renew. And here is Galloway with a head of steam. Buffkin with a chase down rejection. And Baker calling for it the whole way on the left wing. They didn't see him until late. Buffkin and Howard back on the floor for some Michigan firepower. And Dickinson to the scorer's table. Howard crossing his way in. Howard scores!
Boy, does he have some game or what? I mean, he's got the matchup there with Renew, and that's just Jet Howard getting his game on and getting to his floater.
Oh, Galloway chucks it right to Juwan Howard.
27 from 3. You look at Michigan, 26 points, 56% from the field, 43% from 3. The defense has just not been there for the Hoosiers.
And you can't give Howard any space. He has an early 9.
He can shoot it from 3. He's also got a big-time pull-up game, shooting over 50% on those pull-up jumpers from within the 3-point line. Very comfortable off the bounce. Drop coverage right there. Gets to his spot, raises up.
Dickinson with 2 fouls, gets help from Howard. Jackson Davis whips it to Kopp, and a 3 goes. Miller Kopp with the first 3 for Indiana.
That's a rocket across the floor. You're going to post trap Trace Jackson Davis. There's got to be enough ball pressure to let that trap guy and let your help defense rotate. Miller Kopp continues to be on fire. Last 2 games coming into today, 6 of 9 from 3.
46% on the year, 45 for 97. Howard won't go. Mike Woodson was asked about Miller Kopp's success after the game Tuesday. He said it's because we had Trace Jackson Davis on the floor. Sets him up so beautifully, and he did there. Into Dickinson with the 2 fouls. And Dickinson holds his ground. There's a foul going against Indiana. Bad news, Robbie, so those are all going to be hard games.
Well, you need the opportunity, and they certainly have that. But opportunity can also beat you down because you're right. All of these teams are going to be quality opponents.
This would be on paper Michigan's best win of the year. Indiana ranked 20th in the net. Buffkin down the lane and scores. he is able to really finish at the basket in traffic.
That's where he's at his best. 72% on shots at the rim this season. And Kobe Buffkin comes off that handoff, flies to the rim, and a big-time finish over the top.
Hood-Schifino's back on the floor with 2 fouls for Indiana. Little zone look for Michigan, and that pass off the hands of Geronimo. It's a 5th IU turnover.
This has been an Indiana team that's had some issues with turnovers all year. 11th on the season, averaging over 12 a game. So they have had nights where they struggle to take care of the basketball.
Buffkin into Jackson Davis at the rim again. He scores. Kobe Buffkin.
Just quick shot that. Shot it off the wrong foot. You get Trace Jackson Davis timing just a little bit off. That's challenging the #1 shot blocker in the league.
Telegraph pass by Hood-Schifino. Buffkin, Baker, bobble, and he couldn't save it. But Jalen Hood-Schifino,
24 against Ohio State, 6 against Minnesota. And that's had performances where he goes 8 for 12 against Ohio State, 1 for 14 against the Terrapins. He's just been a little bit all over the place here.
good back cut. Hood-Schifino, and Dickinson didn't want to commit that 3rd foul.
It's a well-designed play there. Looks like it's going to be a handoff to Hood-Schifino. Instead, he takes it back door, and you're absolutely right. Dickinson wisely backing off, and instead of picking up that 3rd foul, surrendering an easy basket.
Starting 5 back together for Michigan.
I just think Indiana's ball pressure has got to have more of an effect on Michigan's offense. They have not bothered this one bit.
Buffkin bricks it 2. Jackson Davis trying for a ridiculous bounce pass, and instead ends up being a ridiculous turnover. The 7th Michigan ranked 337 in forcing turnovers on defense. McDaniel with space. Dickinson fighting his way around the wall of Geronimo, couldn't get to it. And Hood-Schifino bobbled to miss an open opportunity, but picked it up with a 2.
Nobody picked up McDaniel there. Indiana's defense a bit fortunate, but then in transition, nice job by Hood-Schifino. You're bobbling that ball, doesn't panic, secures it.
6 years last season. They look like a lock for the tournament right now, unless something crazy happens down the stretch. Joel Lenardi's got him as a 4 seed at the moment. McDaniel off a screen. Buffkin has an early 9, make it 11.
Indiana going 2-3 zone, and that's something that we haven't seen much of really at all season for them. They've been primarily man-to-man, but nice use of the ball screen there. You shift that zone, and then Buffkin again off the closeout, getting all the way downhill to the basket.
I'm going to get into your synergy back here. I think it's less than 20 possessions of zone they've played this year.
It's been hardly any.
Sorry to step on your spot, by the way.
I love it. Look at you get into the analytics of the game.
Galloway's miss, rebounded by Dickinson. Jackson Davis slow to get up. It's 5-on-4. McDaniel. Jackson Davis back into the play.
Boy, Michigan just didn't make him pay for it. Jackson Davis a little late getting back, and Michigan did not do a great job of realizing that.
Kopp hinting at the double. There it is. Skip past McDaniel. And there'll be an offensive foul against Williams, who knew it.
Jackson Davis got off to such a good start, and I think you have to give a lot of credit to Michigan for slowing him down. Just has 12 points. Seemed like he had 10 in the first 5 minutes of the game, but last 3:31 here. Hunter Dickinson has got to stay out of foul trouble. I like the fact that Hood-Schifino comes off that ball screen. You got Dickinson in drop coverage. Freshman being aggressive, getting to his spot, raising up.
He's got the last 6 for Indiana. Jackson Davis hasn't scored since the 9:38 mark, but IU hanging around. Howard sets up Williams. If he can hit shots, they're a different team, but Williams only 1 basket early, and Juwan Howard saying, where is the travel? Lamont Simpson saying it was a bobble.
Never had the ball. Nice job by Indiana there of rotating to Jet Howard, making him make 1 more pass, and having Terrence Williams shoot that instead. There's the freshman again. Schifino got off to that rough start. He has come back and played really well since entering back into the game with 2 fouls.
Just 2 for 9 Tuesday for 7 points. He's got 8 in a row right now for the Hoosiers. Buffkin to look for 3. It's been his game. Kobe Buffkin with a dozen.
But the screen by Terrence Williams frees him up. McDaniel's coming off the ball screen. As a help defender, you're watching that, but the action's actually for Buffkin on that weak side.
Saw him out here about 45 minutes before shoot-around, just putting up threes in an otherwise empty gym. He's hit 2 tonight. There's the first bucket for Jackson Davis in about 7.5 minutes.
It looks like Dickinson, as he talks to his teammates, was looking for maybe a trap coming from that baseline side. He jumped on top, and there's nobody home. Jackson Davis spinning baseline, and there's the reverse dunk.
Some signs of frustration last couple of minutes from Hunter Dickinson. Howard. Jackson Davis tips it to himself. Rebound number 5. 2 assists, 14 points for the likely first-team All-American at this point. And he gets it from Hood Schifino. High flying to score.
Well, now you're worried about Hood Schifino from 15 feet.
And he's the second best big man in the state of Indiana. But IU fans will say, we don't care because we beat Purdue a week ago, even though Edey had 33 and 18.
They got exactly what they wanted. And Edey, even though he had a double-double with offensive rebounds, which you don't see very often, both those guys playing at such a high level.
Howard into Reed with Dickinson out of the game. Kopp tipped it away, grabbed by Galloway.
So high hands by Jackson Davis.
Drive from Bates, and he couldn't finish. Battle for the rebound is eventually won by Jet Howard. Indiana +2 on the glass in the first half. 2 good rebounding teams. Here's McDaniel. Good defense by Galloway. He's had a major step up this year, but he went under the screen, and McDaniel missed a 3. And ahead it's Bates. Numbers for Indiana, and Jackson Davis missed the putback.
Wow. What a missed opportunity there. Tamar Bates, back-to-back layups, and Indiana coming up empty on both trips.
Sometimes the inevitable fails to actually happen. Final shot of the half if Michigan wants it. The foul is called against Tamar Bates. 3 seconds and a half. McDaniel, Howard got it off, and he missed it. Great close to the half by Indiana. Let's check in with Myron Metcalf.
Swinton said he's happy with where his team is at. A couple of layups late in the first half, and they tied this game. He said we've got to get off to a better start, however, in the second half. Didn't like the way they started the first half. Also said, hey, we miss Race Thompson as well.
Yeah, Myron, he's not going to like the way they started the second. That's 8 turnovers against a defense that doesn't force many. Dickinson, Howard, Buffkin. A little tic-tac-toe. It's Williams. And Michigan with a rare turnover, only the 5th for the Wolverines. Hood Schifino with 10. He had 8 in a row late in the first half. The freshman who missed part of the first half in foul trouble.
This might be one where Kobe Buffkin's got to let that fly. It's a big-time shot there by Hood Schifino, but nice job by Michigan out of that post trap to swing the basketball, and you over-dribble maybe. You make a play that's not there. Terrence Williams, instead, you give up a turnover, and now Indiana coming the other way.
13 for Hood Schifino. It's down to a 1-point game. Dickinson over Jackson. Davis missed it. His first miss.
You don't see him get one-on-one coverage very often, get to his left hand and not finish the job.
Indiana hasn't led since the 17:46 mark of the first half. About 19 minutes ago. Jackson Davis doesn't change that. Got it back though. Spins into Dickinson. Back to the left hand. No, he missed 2. Saved by Jordan Geronimo and then thrown away. And then a foul. Jackson Davis only 6 for 13 from the field. Anything under about 60% is a shot for him. And he guards Dickinson right now. And a foul on the cautionary reasons. It is an injury. Did participate in shoot-around today, but was not deemed fit enough to go.
He certainly misses his size, especially in a matchup where you're going to see Hunter Dickinson. Indiana would have had the option for Trace Jackson Davis to guard Terrence Williams instead and then be the double guy.
Dickinson, oh, that was tipped by Williams. It may have been on the rim.
Oh, it was close.
The Indiana bench thought it was offensive interference, not reviewable, and a 3-point Michigan lead. Hood-Schifino for the tie. Long rebound to Hunter Dickinson. Here's Williams, out of control completely. And Indiana get anybody other than Hood-Schifino or Jackson Davis going. They're not going to try right now. Trace into Hunter Dickinson, and he scoops it in with a right. That's 18 for TJD.
That's where Jackson Davis has got to go. Dickinson is sitting on that left hand so hard. Patience by Jackson Davis, a little up and under move, and the footwork getting him back to that right hand.
9th straight game with 18 or more points. 20 and 18, along with 6 assists. 18 rebounds for anybody else is a career-making night. Trace Jackson Davis.
Another night at the office.
Just a Tuesday. Howard into 2, blocked by Jackson Davis. Dickinson missed a point-blank opportunity, and it's going to be Indiana ball.
You're absolutely right. Some defensive breakdowns, and hasn't been himself since he picked up that second foul.
Into Jackson Davis, beautiful feed, and Indiana has its first lead since 6-5. That was Williams' second, and you tuned into Indiana basketball for the first time ever on that pass. Hood-Schifino is not a lefty. He's just that good. 3rd straight game with 20 or more for Jackson Davis. And Dickinson got the lead right back. 3-point play for Dickinson. Snaps a 14-5 Indiana run.
Michigan really struggled when they went to this zone pressure. We'll see if Indiana can break this for an open shot, because they did multiple times in the first half.
Hood-Schifino, Jackson Davis, all 7 for the Hoosiers here in the second. Will Cheddar on Jackson Davis right now. Good catch off a bobble, and then the 3rd foul against Cheddar. Michigan looking for its 3rd quadrant 1 win of the year. They are 2-8 in quad 1 games. They need this one. They need this one and a few more to get back into the NCAA tournament picture.
Look at McDaniel get over the ball screen and just totally blow that play up.
Galloway, pocket pass, Jackson Davis got space on Cheddar and couldn't finish. Buffkin blocked by Geronimo, and of late with a calf injury, played 1 minute Tuesday, starting for the injured Thompson today. Oh, wow! That is a tough 3 by Jett Howard. Although, to be fair, there may be no such thing as a tough 3 for Jett Howard.
That is totally fair to say. He's a tough shot maker, and that step back got space and drilled it over the top of Kopp.
Daniels all over Hood-Schifino again, cut off the back cut. Here's Galloway, Jackson Davis, single coverage, passed it out.
A good help by Cheddar, though, took that roll away.
2 to shoot, Kopp, high catch, and blocked by Howard. Basket here might light this place on fire. Not a lot of folks saw this coming.
Kopp staying right there with him. Little 2-man action, locking and trailing and taking away that 15-footer.
Dickinson lost it. Steal for Galloway. Charging into Howard, and Galloway scores. Yes, Virginia. There is an Indiana scorer without a hyphenated last name. Trey Galloway snapping a streak of 19 in a row by either Hood-Schifino or Jackson Davis.
What a tough finish, too. Kept his head to the rim, took the contact from Howard, and even though Howard challenged, still managed to score it.
McDaniel, and a foul against Renew. At the line for 2. On Sunday here on ESPN and the ESPN app. Angel Reese.
There's been not one close game this year if you're winning like that.
And if you're wondering who's in between those two, it's Indiana. Maybe the best season in IU women's history. They're on second. Jackson Davis, no. And in the forest, it's deflected out to Joey Baker.
Terrace Reed, Jett Howard both going up. And Michigan very fortunate there to come away with the rebound.
Buffkin into Jackson Davis. Wraps it to Baker. Joey Baker scores.
We have seen him be much more aggressive, not just looking for threes, But Joey Baker playing with a new confidence, and off that Buffkin drive, Baker redriving it.
2 second chance points, despite the presence of Trace Jackson Davis. 10-2 run since Indiana took its first lead in about 20 minutes of game time. And the Hoosiers go right back to Jackson Davis. And Jackson Davis scores.
You've got to know that Jackson Davis wants to get to his left hand. That's an easy bucket, and really a scouting report mistake by Terrace Reed.
Myron, what do you hear in the Indiana huddle on that break?
Well, Coach Woodson just talked about this being a game of runs and Indiana having to respond to everything that Michigan does. Said they're a really good team at home. Trace Jackson Davis had ice on his mouth. Looks like he got hit in the lip. Shows you how physical this game has been, fellas.
Yeah, he has not sat for a second of this game, Myron, and he likely will not.
He's going to go the distance. It's been his deal here. 6 games, 38 minutes, 5 of 6.
Galloway fouled by the rest of the Wolverines. And there's Galloway, who's had a really nice year.
From the perimeter, not on the highest volume, but has made him play at the one certain times, play a ton of pick and roll. I give him a lot of respect and credit for taking on that role as the best perimeter defender on this Michigan team.
Coach Schifino passed up the 3, and he passed up anything with a travel.
I think anytime you get Dickinson a post touch, give him an opportunity to go at Trace Jackson Davis. It's a good option too. Short the ball screen with Dickinson. That takes away a help defender, and then you hit Reed rolling right to the rim.
Some folks use the term gravity, right? The gravity that Dickinson can draw away from the play. Gave Reed a good angle. And Hood Schifino called for a push-off and his 3rd foul.
I pressed it and it just didn't happen.
It's a great look, though. It's a terrific breakdown and a great play by Michigan, using Reed, who's had a couple of baskets off the bench in this 2-big set with Dickinson. Oh, spinning his way. A whirling dervish around Jackson Davis.
A little reverse pivot action, and there's Jackson Davis sitting on that left hand.
A Dickinson dozen for the Wolverines. Hood Schifino, Jackson Davis have taken 28 of Indiana's 39 shots. Just those 2. Renew's had a really off night, and Dickinson picks up block number 3.
The reaction there to sit on that and still get to it, even though Renew went to the reverse.
Turnover McDaniel. Hood Schifino running with Jackson Davis foul. I don't know how he even got it on the rim, but Jackson Davis will shoot 2. Second foul, Jet Howard.
Just shows you how strong he is. Here's that move from Dickinson. Jackson Davis waiting for the left hook, but the reverse pivot gets back to the right. That is an elite move by Hunter Dickinson.
He was sick earlier in the week. Been dealing with a couple of different things, Michigan. Phil Martelli, their associate head coach, is missing another game, COVID-19. And they've had a couple of players with some non-COVID illnesses, including Isaiah Barnes. Will Cheddar was sick. Dickinson's played through it. Jackson Davis gets the bounce 2 for 2 at the line, and he's got 24 of Indiana's 48. That would be half.
That's a long bounce pass. That's a fortunate play there. Could have easily been going the other way. Doug McDaniel, as this game comes down to the wire, a huge game for Michigan. You have got to take care of the basketball. Nice job by Joey Baker of holding off Trey Galloway right there and not letting him run right through it, go the other way.
So that's 3 on Galloway, and Indiana's only played 7 men tonight. 3 of the 7 have 3 fouls. Galloway will check out. Tamar Bates will re-enter. One and one, Joey Baker. And there will be no end one. Jalen Hood Schifino got around Dickinson. Hard finish though.
Yeah, he's kind of testing out that elbow right there. Hit the ground hard.
Right
Terrific
on the
move,
left elbow.
Man.
Already without Thompson, already with major foul trouble. Hood-Schifino's going to try to play through it. He's still holding it. And McDaniel bursts right by him. Missed the layup.
That's the Jackson Davis effect there again. McDaniel's so worried about the shot blocker. Instead of laying it up, goes to the tougher floater.
Hood-Schifino with a banged up elbow over Dickinson.
The back of the rim, and it's amazing. You can be shaking your elbow when you're defending, when you have the ball, but the second you're open.
Kobe Bufkin has not scored in the half after 14 in the first. Dickinson backing down. Jackson Davis out of the double. Indiana recovered quickly, but Howard got a look. Left it short.
Nice job out of that double. Getting to your shooter, and Jet Howard having to take a contested three.
They led for about an eye blink. 6-5, and then only 1 second half lead since then. Indiana, can they snatch it back? The 7-man rotation today. Into Jackson Davis from Bates, and there is Indiana's second lead of the second half.
That's just a simple look there from Jackson Davis. He's coming up to set the screen, but the footwork to reverse pivot and get to the rim. Great action, great chemistry from those two on that play.
Dickinson dumps to Reed, and Terrace Reed puts Michigan back in front with 2, and it could be one more. 4th foul against Malik Reneau as well.
Look at the look there from Jackson Davis, the reverse pivot, great pass from Bates to find him, and well done by Terrace Reed. As this ball comes across the painted area towards Reed, he does a great job on that play of getting to the baseline. Almost going reverse of where your post is, and Dickinson, a nice pass to find him.
4 fouls on Reneau. Geronimo checks back in. We saw him icing what looked like his calf earlier. He hasn't played in a while, Geronimo.
I think it was heat, actually.
Oh, heating his calf.
I think it was, yeah, to keep that warm. You start icing it up, your night's probably over.
How about Terrace Reed, who is now 5 for his last 5 from the line after starting the season 8 for 34. Jackson Davis rejected by Dickinson. Baker with a dangerous pass under his own basket. 3 games against ranked teams. They've lost all 3 in close fashion.
Good help from Baker, shutting that baseline off.
Jackson Davis fouled there by Reed before the dunk. This would put him right back in the tournament conversation. Off the Hood-Schifino miss, Reed eventually corrals it. Nearly knocked into his own rim. Good fight by Geronimo, too. Dickinson, oh, too hot to handle for Reed. 10th turnover, Michigan.
That was a bullet. That would have been a tough catch for Reed there. Dickinson's got to take a little off that pass.
Dickinson nearly took it away. Jackson Davis recalibrating, crossover, and stuffed again.
And a held defense. Terrace Reed coming over and putting it on the glass.
6th block for the Wolverines. Bufkin bursting and rejected by Geronimo.
Same deal. It's the weak side held defender, and Geronimo, who doesn't look like he's moving great, makes a terrific play on that shot.
Hood-Schifino misses a chance for the tie, and Jace Howard with a Michigan rebound.
I wonder if that calf is still bothering Geronimo. He just doesn't look like he's running great.
No Thompson. Reneau with 4 fouls. Mike Woodson hasn't gone too deep into the bench. Logan Duncombe still out dealing with a sinus infection, too. Reed. And there's a foul in there somewhere. Here's Reed, who misses his first free throw after 5 straight makes. He had been 8 for 34. Starting to improve that part of his game, and there's a lot he does well. 6'10" freshman from St. Louis hits the second.
I mean, it looks too good for him to be shooting 31% from the free throw line. We saw him before shoot-around out here working those foul line shots, and he does have a lot of ability. A guy that's highly ranked and ended up being a really good player for Michigan.
What a find. Jackson Davis, and Geronimo cuts the Michigan lead to 1.
He caught ball watching. Just a great cut right there by Geronimo on the baseline.
3rd assist for Trace Jackson Davis. Bufkin whips it. Baker shoots it. Baker misses it. Indiana looking to win its 8th game in the last 9. 2-4 on the road in the Big Ten. Michigan 6-1 at home in the Big Ten.
Good hedge there by Reed. Just took away that action with the ball screen and then got back. The help side took away the short roll to Jackson Davis.
They're leaving Reed in single coverage again. And just barely worked out.
Nice job by Reed. He's keeping Jackson Davis off the block. Force him out. Reed's a big body. Going to be hard to back him down. That was a 10-foot shot there. That left hook.
Buffkin, terrific entry. Dickinson was smothered by Jackson Davis. Not a bad foul. It is only his second and took away what might have been a dunk.
We've seen Dickinson do this a couple times against Jackson Davis tonight, where he has gotten him up the lane, gotten position, and the post entry pass has just led him right to the rim.
72% free throw shooter Dickinson. That number just got better. Perhaps he'll be watching at 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central on ABC and the ESPN app. Now LeBron dealing with a foot injury will not be playing tonight after the Lakers just revamped their roster trade deadline. Hood Schifino guarded by the freshman Jett Howard. That's a foul. And that's the 7th on Michigan, 3rd on Jett Howard. So a 1-and-1 for Hood Schifino.
Howard doesn't like the call, but you put 2 hands on a ball handler. That's going to get called every time.
Mom doesn't like the call either. Mom Janine Howard. Got Juwan and Janine and sons Jet and Jace here. First family of Michigan basketball these days. 1-and-1. Hood Schifino hits it. There's Jace, who is a real leader for this team, and here's Hood Schifino. You've talked about the up and the down, Robbie. This is about as up and about as down as you can get.
I mean, it's feast or famine. You look at some of those performances. Ohio State knocks down 6 threes. You look at his numbers for the last 8 games. He's 6 of 23 from 3, which isn't great, but even worse when you think about all 6 of those came in 1 game. He just is, when he's played well, he's been really, really good. But boy, the down has been, consistency is what he needs to find. Even though his percentages are good, just to find that a little more in the middle.
Dickinson wants it. Screens instead for Howard. Well covered up by Kopp. It's into Dickinson. Dickinson right-handed scores over the top of Jackson Davis.
A little dream shake there. You're so worried about him going left, but there's the counter. Even though that possession looked like it was going nowhere, Miller Kopp heating the ball up. Hunter Dickinson making something happen himself.
He's up to 16. He's isolated with Jackson Davis, who has 26. Had to get rid of it to Bates. Bates, tough shot. That cannot be the ending to an Indiana possession.
He's just been such a different player on the road compared to what we've seen at Assembly Hall.
0 for 4 has not scored in the game.
These big guys have got to love this. I mean, they're getting one-on-one coverage, and that's something that they legitimately never see in the Big Ten. They've been doubled so much.
Buffkin, a scoreless second half, continues. Jackson Davis with a double-double with that rebound. And here's Bates, who is 0 for 5. Geronimo swats it off the glass. McDaniel out of the fray. Juwan Howard says, go, go, go. But they went slow, slow, slow.
It's got to go in now.
Williams, 3. Dickinson last to touch it. Indiana ball at the under 4.
Right now, Joe Lunardi is considering them for the tournament. They're the 79th team on his list of teams that are eligible for the NCAA tournament. So much on the line. You win this one, you're moving up the list.
Jackson Davis A ball that seemed like it was in the air for about 15 seconds, and he throws it down from Hood Schifino.
That thing could have brought rain, but with as athletic as Trace Jackson Davis is, he's just waiting on it. Seems like he's hanging in the air forever, like you said, and still finds a way to throw it down.
There won't be a punt in the Super Bowl tomorrow with that much hang time.
No kidding.
Now defending Dickinson, who's had his way in the second half, and he missed it. A good look. And the 11th rebound for Trace Jackson Davis.
Got exactly what he wanted. Jackson Davis, a little bit of a gamble, took himself out of the play, and Dickinson getting to his strong left hand.
Daniel pokes it away with 17 to shoot.
The athleticism is just unbelievable, and we've seen multiple times tonight using Trace Jackson Davis as a cutter. That reverse pivot, he's lost multiple defenders, and the ability to hang up there and still find a way, so impressive to see.
Under 3 to play. Hood Schifino fouled by Bufkin. That was certainly, it appeared, a clean block with the hand, but body contact.
Absolutely. I think that's what they got him with, and he got to that shoulder. The crowd doesn't like it, but right there, the bump, I thought. I thought he just got him with the body.
So good call, you think?
I thought it was, yes.
1 for the tie, 2 for the lead for Hood Schifino. ESPN end, streaming on the ESPN app. Hood Schifino hits them both. 8 lead changes in the game. Hood Schifino with 21. Indiana with the lead on the road.
Even though he missed the last one, I still think this is Hunter Dickinson time. You can play through him, he can make plays for somebody else, but get him a touch on the block.
They will. Dickinson. Out to Bufkin.
Be ready to shoot if you're Kobe Bufkin.
Late in the shot clock, Bufkin wanted to get it to Dickinson. Has to put it up. No. Rebound, Galloway.
He ended up getting a good shot there. Burned it right past Galloway, but you pass up an open 3 and you just never know. You might not get a better one.
Michigan has not scored in about 3 minutes. That is out of bounds off of Jackson Davis. Michigan ball. Dickinson, since those 2 early fouls, has avoided picking up another. 2 to play in the Chrysler Center. McDaniel. Jackson Davis got it. Maybe on the way down, but the officials say clean block. Oh my goodness, a travel against Renew, who is absolutely lost right now. Let's go back to the block.
He meets this at the rim, and boy, that is right there at the apex.
I need the Zapruder film to analyze if that was a clean block or not. 90 seconds to play. Howard back from Williams. Nobody wants to shoot it for Michigan.
They got the mismatch inside, but they're having a hard time. Koff battling.
Oh, that's a bad pass.
Really poor pass.
I mean, you could see it from the moment it left Williams' fingertips. And Juwan Howard's going to put Baker into the game. More than have suffered visible injuries during the game. And they lead by 1 on the road. Hood Schifino. Dribble cut off. It's Galloway. It's Hood Schifino. There's a minute to play. Around the screen. Hood Schifino missed it. Rebound eventually to Baker.
They got numbers. Hood Schifino down. Well done, though, by those Michigan guards getting over the initial ball screens and then going under and meeting Hood Schifino on the drive. Ball screen set so far out, it allows the defense to go under.
Here's Howard for the lead. Well short. 4.5-minute scoring drought extends for Michigan, and now do you foul? 7 seconds between shot and game clock.
You're not going to have much time. Better get a stop here and go in a hurry.
A single timeout apiece. A single-point lead for Indiana. It'll be Jackson Davis against Dickinson. 5 to shoot. Slapped away. It's a foul. 1 and 1. He's way short. Reed has it. Michigan has a timeout. Will they use it? Yes. McDaniel inbounds it to Bufkin. Kobe Bufkin with 5 seconds to go, cut off. Bufkin, Howard, around Cobb, he missed it, and that shot will not count. Indiana has pulled it off in Ann Arbor. 62-61, the short-handed Hoosiers snatch victory away from the Wolverines.